Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Biblical Victor Podcast. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about Psalm 37:5. Let's get right into today's episode. Hi ChatGPT, I want you to be my co-host within today's episode. And within today's episode, we are going to be talking about Psalm 37:5. Don't give up. God is giving you strength to move forward. Trust Him fully. The next door is already on its way. So ChatGPT, for someone who is navigating a turbulent life season they are currently going through right now, how can one find a message of hope and reassurance that God is giving them strength and they are not alone within this process?
That's a really powerful and encouraging message. I think one way to find that reassurance is to reflect on past experiences where you've overcome difficulties and recognize how strength and support have shown up in your life before. Also, surrounding yourself with a supportive community, whether it's friends, family, or even faith-based groups, can help reinforce that you're not alone. And of course, leaning into prayer or meditation can really help find that inner peace and trust. It's all about taking it one step at a time.
Definitely. So stay tuned for the end of the message to hear words of encouragement and to how you can incorporate and find strength, how you can surrender to the outcome and find the blessings of God. So it says Psalm 37:5 encourages believers to commit your way to the Lord, trust in Him, and He will act. This verse advises relinquishing burdens and anxieties to God with the promise that He will bring about justice and fulfillment in His time. Different Bible versions, offer slight variations in wording, such as bring it to pass, He will do this, or He will help you. Please forgive me. I just left the room, came back, and the studio light is... my eyes are still adjusting, even though I have the glasses, but I was like literally just rolled right across the light. Forgive me for not giving myself the time for my eyes to adjust to my room setting. I apologize in advance. But let me reread this. It says, Psalm 37:5 encourages believers to commit your way to the Lord, trust in Him, and He will act. This verse advises relinquishing burdens and anxieties to God with a promise that He will bring about justice and fulfillment in His time. Different Bible versions offer slight variations in wording, such as bring it to pass, He will do this, or He will help you. So ChatGPT, can you dissect this and explain what this verse means?
Absolutely. So Psalm 37:5 really emphasizes the idea of surrender and trust. When it says to commit your way to the Lord, it means to let go of the need to control everything and instead place your trust in God. The promise that He will act is a reassurance that in His timing, everything will work out for the best. The variations in wording across different translations just highlight the different nuances, but the core message remains the same. Trust, surrender, and wait for that divine help. It's a comforting and empowering verse.
And something really quick too I want to touch on is the beautiful thing about like how there's different variations for different verses is I feel like each variant change of wording is essentially the same while having the same meaning. It's just different words. And I think the beautiful thing about that, for example, it says, bring it to pass, He will do this, or He will help you, is different people who are navigating different seasons will come across these verses and it will speak directly to them in a way that other words couldn't have reached otherwise. And, for example, someone could be navigating a season and it says, bring it to pass. And someone will find hope within that message. Someone will come across the verse and it will say, He will do this. And it will offer them hope that God will help create a way where there may seem no way. And, the other variation is He will help you. Someone who is going through a season where they feel alone, they will find hope that He will help them. And that, to me, that's just a beautiful thing about having different variations. So let's move on. It says, commit your way. This means to entrust your path, your decisions, and your future to God. It involves actively giving over your plans and cares to Him. And the next one says, trust in him. This emphasizes relying on God's faithfulness and power rather than on your own abilities or worldly wisdom. And thirdly, it says he will act. This is the promise that God will intervene, bringing about justice and making your righteousness shine, even when it doesn't seem to be happening in the present. So ChatGPT, can you explain what these three things mean, beginning from commit your way?
Absolutely. So starting with commit your way, it really means to let go of the need to control every detail of your life and instead hand it over to God. It's about trusting that he has a bigger and better plan for you and that you can release the weight of trying to figure everything out on your own. Trust in him is all about having faith in God's goodness and his timing. It means relying on his strength and wisdom rather than trying to solve everything by your own power or the world's standards. And finally, he will act is the beautiful assurance that God is always at work behind the scenes. Even if you can't see it right away, he's bringing about the best outcomes for you, ensuring that everything aligns in the perfect way. So it's a comforting and reassuring message.
Yeah, definitely. So it says, Psalm 37:5, it says, do not give up. God has given you strength to move forward. Trust him fully. The next door is already on its way. So what this means, it says, do not give up. God has given you strength to move forward. So I want you to reflect off of your past life experiences in moments where you had questioned and doubted if things would ever get better or if you would get through that season. And you did get through those seasons. I want you to understand that although the season you are currently going through may seem and feel different, I want you to understand that God will help you through this season like he did last time. Regardless of the season you are going through, it is only God that can deliver you the strength to move forward, to give you the endurance needed to overcome and get through this season, delivering you the strength to persevere what it is you are going through. And as you navigate these seasons, you have to trust him fully. You have to surrender to what the outcome is going to be like and surrender to the probability that God will make a way where there seems no way. The next door is already on its way. All you have to do is have faith that God is giving you the strength you need, the ability to endure what you need to, the opportunity to persevere what you think you cannot get through. When you surrender to the outcome, you have faith that God is helping you through this season. The next door is already on its way, meaning after every storm, what happens? A change of scenery begins to take place. You will find that you were capable to endure the storm. You find that after every storm, something beautiful begins to take form. And that beautifulness comes from navigating the seasons that you thought and once maybe even believed you couldn't get through. But you had faith within the process. It was faith that pulled you through. It was God that gave you the next door you needed to help you feel that breakthrough. But you have to keep the faith. You have to trust the process. Surrender to the outcome. Do not give up within the process. And have faith that this too shall pass.
That was beautifully put. It really high into the essence of perseverance and faith. I love how you emphasize that after every challenge, there's growth and a new opportunity waiting. It's a powerful reminder that we're never alone in our journeys, and there's always a silver lining just around the corner. And it's for sharing that uplifting message.
Yeah, definitely. So again, I want to end it with let me take a thumbnail shot really quick. Okay, I'm sorry. So I'm trying something a little bit different, but to end the episode, I hope you guys enjoyed what we had shared within today's episode. It says to close out today's episode, I want to close it out with Psalm 37:5. Don't give up. God is giving you strength to move forward. Trust Him fully. The next door is already on its way. Having that said, I want you to have faith that the season you are currently going through is just that, a season. And I want you to know that every season is never here to stay. Although it may feel like it, I want you to take this message with you. Reflect on it and keep it close. This too shall pass. If this message resonated with you in any way, if it brought you a message of hope, if it has provided any form of value to you, I want you to write down within the comments, this too shall pass. Because I want you to find the faith that you are not weak. And I want you to reflect off of your past life experiences that you are stronger than you give yourself credit for. I love you. I appreciate you. And always remember, grow through what you go through. Much love.